Okay, I have a question this morning on Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Bardos. Could you explain how to approach death? Can moment of death be used for enlightenment? What is Bardo meditation Tibetan monks do? What is the practical application of Tibetan Book of the Dead Bardo? Okay, well, let's see. Oh, my grandpa frequents my dreams ever since his death. How to pray for the release of departed soul. Could you talk of how prayer and meditation are different? What is contemplative prayer of Christian mystics? Oh, we've got a lot of questions here. Okay. Prayer for somebody that's passed. How do you pray for the release of the departed soul? Well, they have to do their own journey. Okay. You can't do it for them. You know, when you're here, you're in the mind, and you know, when you go to the other side, you get a chance to again review things. If you are thinking of someone on the other side, they get that communication. Okay. But again, everyone has their own journey to make. Okay. So pray for the release of the departed soul. Where are they stuck? If they're stuck somewhere, they're stuck by their own mental ideations. Okay. So that's the way that is. Prayer is actively seeking something. Meditation is stilling. Okay. Prayer is active. Meditation is stilling. So that's the difference between prayer and meditation. And just put it in a nutshell. One is active. Okay. And the other is stilling. Contemplative prayer. Okay. Contemplative prayer is when you're kind of ruminating and trying to put yourself in that position of what it is you are contemplating, trying to experience that. It's an experiential prayer of moving into the experience of that contemplative prayer, looking deeper, seeking answers. Okay. So it's still a form of action. So let's go on. The Bardo meditation, practical application, Tibetan Book of the Dead. Well, Tibetan Book of the Dead, you know, yeah, the Tibetans will read it when a soul has departed, when they're facing the Bardo realms. But if you are in a Kundalini awakening, then you are transitioning the Bardo realms here and now, versus transitioning through these things from the other side. Okay. Really, the Tibetan Book of the Dead is the things you experience in a Kundalini journey. Okay. The hungry ghosts, all these other things are states of mind, states of that one, again, like I said, Kundalini is the rotor-rooter of consciousness. It brings up all these things to be experienced so that one can look at it and break through it. Okay? So Tibetan Book of the Dead, really, in this society, you're sort of like the Walking Dead now. Okay? Kundalini is the process of enlivening. Okay? waking up out of the Bardo realms. Okay, so again, Kundalini is the transitioning through the Tibetan Book of the Dead while conscious. Okay, so that's the easiest way I can explain it. And moment of death be used for enlightenment. You know, I wouldn't count on it. No. I could do whatever and prepare, and then at the moment of death, I don't have to actually do the work now. And at the moment of death, I get that moment of grace, and I can just, get right through there. Yeah. You go through the death before death, okay? The moment of death, you already transitioned, but you're still in that same consciousness, okay? Enlightenment is a radical shift of consciousness. It's all of a sudden, that you have gone from thinking you are this corporeal body and form, limited, that it is that there's birth, there's death, there's, all those experiences. And enlightenment is coming to a point where the mind stills. Full on enlightenment, the mind has stilled. There are no more running thoughts. There's no more of that. You have seen that you are not this body. Okay, you are unlimited. This energetic is. Okay, and it's quite a shock when one is everything has deconstructed around the ego identification, and one finds that I've never been born, I've never died, I am that divine is. It's a radical shift, and everything else kind of implodes at that point. Okay, and there's no longer this getting caught up in this ideation of this limitational form. Doesn't mean that one's experience in this planet is not in some limitation. It is, by virtue of the fact we are experiencing it through this form. Just like a car, while it can be freeing in some ways, can take you from here to there, it does have its limitations, okay? You have to keep it on the road. You have to, it's not in you get in it and immediately you're somewhere else. No. Okay, so it does have its limitations. Same thing as this form has some limitations within it. We are subject to the rules and laws of this planet, of gravity, okay? But the consciousness has been liberated, okay? Consciousness has been liberated. And it is no longer entranced with the dream of this, of the baggage that one had collected, okay? The baggage of low self-esteem, all those other things, they implode. They're gone, okay? They're gone, okay? One may be in pain, but there's not mental suffering, okay? Okay, here, I feel pain. I feel every pain in the body, but there's not mental suffering with it, okay? So it's a little difficult to try to explain to people. There are emotions. They're absolute pure emotions. You still cry with empathy, feeling people's pain, okay? But there is not this being caught up in it, okay? It's in the moment. It's momentary, and when that moment passes, it's gone, okay? It's people ask also about, aren't you excited? Aren't you? Well, it's really kind of hard to explain. I don't have that anticipation about getting into the new house and waiting. It's not here yet. It's not reality yet. Until the day it happens, then it's reality. Okay? So you're in a different type of a consciousness. You're in a different type of processing than you were before. Okay? So that's enlightenment. Okay? You don't suddenly change into a different personality. Okay. You don't suddenly float. Okay. It's like, the text says that, people that want to try to judge enlightenment from the exterior, you can't. They think they can. They try to have this defined box. Enlightenment will be XYZ. It's going to present as XYZ. Well, it's not. Some enlightened go on to do a lot of social work. Some just sit there, wandering. Some will appear to be crazy. Okay? There is no one defined box that you can place it in. Okay? But people have these mental generated ideas about it. There's also the one that gets me is, if you say you're enlightened, you're not enlightened, because an enlightened person would never say that. Well, then I guess Buddha wasn't enlightened, because Buddha most clearly told people, I'm awakened. What's that mean? It means I'm enlightened. Okay. So again, these ideas that people have, the Enlightenment Police, the Advaita Patrol, it's craziness. Kabir was enlightened. He continued to be a weaver. Ramana was enlightened. He continued to worship the mountain as Shiva. Okay? Nisargadatta was enlightened. He continued selling cigarettes, smoking cigarettes like a chimney. Okay? Very short, very abrupt. That he was very abrupt. Nisargadatta. Okay? So, yeah, people have such crazy notions about it. Okay? You're not gonna, you don't have a flashing light that says enlightened. Okay? And enlightenment, again, is just, it's a radical shift in consciousness. It's awakening to understand that one was in like a dream state. And it's like that running movie that was going has ended. And now there's the light. But one is not caught up in the images, the play. One knows it was a play. Okay? That's it. Okay? We are not this form, we are what programs this form. This form causes XYZ of limitation for the reason of experience. Okay? So that's that. So again, the Bardos, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, if you want to know what you transition through in a Kundalini journey, Tibetan Book of the Dead will tell you what that is. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. I hope this has answered some of your questions. Okay. So anyway, thank you for asking. Much love and light to everyone. Again, please be safe out there. And everyone's on the journey of experience. Okay? Take it step by step. There are some parts of the journey which are easy breezy. And especially beginning stages, things are easy breezy. People think they have a handle on it. This is not hard. What do you mean? I'm in control. I've got this. And then you get to the harder lessons. Okay. Then it's like climbing a mountain where you're clawing your way up. Okay. So wherever you're at in your experience, this too will pass and you will go on to something else. Take it a step at a time and continue to do the best you can do. Okay. Much love and light to everyone. Please, again, be safe this holiday season. And I'm going to leave this here. And now I'm closed off the hearing again here for a while. So it's the oddest feeling. It's like being in when you're going in a plane or up a mountain and your ears feel like they're plugged because of the shift in that's what's going on here now. And it's the oddest feeling. You can hear, but you can't hear. Okay? So again, attuning something again. What they're working on, I don't know. So thanks for visiting. Much love and light to everyone. And again, I hope this has answered some of the questions that you had. So thank you for asking.